Are you ready to stop attracting people into your life that are triggering your childhood wounds? If so, stay tuned because I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can attract empowering people so that you can embrace loving relationships. Let's go! Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Harmony. I'm a twin flame expert helping twin flames around the globe face fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Welcome to my weekly glow show. Today I'm going to talk to you about 4 ways that can help you stop attracting people that are triggering your childhood wounds. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when my weekly glow show goes live. And happy Halloween, by the way. I woke up today and was feeling into this message that was coming together, and I started reflecting on my own childhood memories of, dressing up like a witch. That was one of my favorite things to dress up as, but I was thinking about all the children and how they're all putting on their mask and how it relates to us as adults and how we're still wearing those masks. And today, instead of being a witch, I'm a butterfly. So I've shifted my broom to my wings. And the second thought I had that was really impactful of that is I remember buying those glow necklaces and making my kids glow in the dark so that they could stand out in the dark. And it made me think about, well, we were born to glow, and we have been connecting to this light through this ascension process, and we have been visiting all those shadows to find our light and bringing light to our shadows as well, so that we can increase our vibration and collect all of our parts and reclaim who we are and our authentic truth and our highest version of our personal truth. And it made me think about how, well, we were born to glow. We weren't born to be this light that doesn't shine. This whole journey has been about trying to find our parts and our pieces in order to help us illuminate our brightest version and our best version of who we are. And in the process of that, we have made all these connections and relationships. So as twin flames, it was part of our mission and our journey to redefine relationships and to be able to experience specific lessons that we chose to learn within our soul's evolution, that was to rewrite our karma, to bring it into balance, basically. And so as I was putting all these thoughts together, and today being Halloween, I was putting together, again, these 4 areas to help you be able to stop attracting these people that are triggering those wounds of your childhood, that are repeated cycles and the mental aspects of yourself that's preventing you from experiencing loving relationships. So we're going to jump right in and start with the first one, that is take off your mask. And quite appropriate for today, wouldn't you say? So first of all, what is the mask? If we're going to take it off, what are we taking off? So basically, through these experiences and these triggers, it's been our lesson that we chose to learn in this lifetime that we're now being faced with to bring balance and to harmonize our karma, to rewrite that situation from, like, for instance, in the past, we may have rejected someone. So in this life, we might have chose to come in, and we might have chose our parents to have been rejected or abandoned by them, to experience the other side of the coin, to experience the other side of the situation. So, we might have abandoned someone, and now we've been abandoned. And as twin flames, we're all experiencing this abandonment. So we collectively we chose to experience a lot of abandonment right now to clear it and purify it for the collective energy. But within our personal lives and our personal karma and our personal debt that we signed up and lesson, we chose our parents to get these primary lessons from. So in those lessons, we have created a conditioning, a subconscious program that's been projected upon to us by the belief systems of others, and especially by our parents. We've created illusions that are false based on these false programs through our perceptions of taking on these beliefs of others. And not to mention, then we've created habits and cycles and patterns of our interactions in these relationships that have came from the childhood programming of our youth growing up through their developmental stages. And then, we've also taken on generational curses and the bloodline lineage and the cultural conditions. So we need to identify first, what is our particular wound? What is triggering us? What is the trigger? And what is the common theme? And what is the pattern that's creating the trigger? So to do that, to get to the heart of it, there can be a lot of things, such as I said, the abandonment, the rejection, for my case was like not knowing how to be loved and not being able to experience love in this life when I came in. So for me to rewrite and balance that, I've had to learn to open up to receive love. And so I've known what it's like not to have love, even though it was given to me. I didn't know how to receive it. Now I'm learning how to open up to receive it so I can experience the other side of it within this life and master it and balance that karma in this life. So that's what I'm saying to you. And we chose our parents to get that experience. So I had gave you guys in the last couple of videos what was called a rewrite your birth script. And I apologize if you went to download that and you didn't get the right form. I'm going to tell you in a minute how you can get the right form. That link has actually been updated now. It's brought to my attention, but it's been updated now. And I have that exercise that I gave you, plus an entire portion of some other stuff that you can get in this today. That's my treat to you that I'll share with you at the end, how you can get that. But you want to identify, what is that primary lesson? What is it I came here to learn? The exercise that I've created for you to go through will help you identify why you chose your parents and what that common theme is in that exercise. And it's a free download from that link, but it's going to also be more to it free that I'm giving you in a minute that I'll tell you about. So I cannot stress enough how important that is for you to do. So it's so in depth and it's so expansive. It would be more than I could tell you how to do in this one video. So and it's a process of unlayering. So I really encourage you to go get that resource in order to be able to learn how to identify these lessons that you chose to balance your karma with and why you chose your parents, so you can take off your mask, you can remove the illusions, you can take off the projections of others, you can stop trying to hide under all of this conditioning that's not even your truth, and you can own your own truth, your own face, your own mask, not that from other people. So as we move forward now, we're going to talk about the second one. And the second one is to let down your guard. And really, for Halloween, that's really being able to remove our armor, to let down our guard and remove our armor that we have put us up around us, this protection. We have protected our heart because we're afraid to be able to, that we'll be wounded again or hurt again. And these triggers are coming in to create that hurt until we purge and purify these things. Now, keep in mind, we've been purging and purifying our soul from all of the past karma and also all of the cutting energetic cords and canceling contracts and like letting go of karmic debts from past lives. When I refer to this one, I'm referring to what you chose in this life as your primary lesson to master, that you've got to master it to get out of the cycle. Getting out of the cycle, because you're twin flame, it will help you be able to remove the loop that's repeating the patterns of the repetitive patterns you have with people, that why you keep attracting the same different people, same experience till you get it. And I can't tell you how many people have messaged me saying, when I've talked about this in the past, how that they've had their twin came in and triggered these things in them, and they're not with their twin, or they tried to get away from their twin, and now somebody new is also coming in to hit that same trigger, to create that same experience that they didn't get even with their twin. So it's very powerful stuff, and you will not get out of the maze, you will not get out of the loop until you get this. And it links between your parents, your twin, and every other intimate relationship, and it could be other types of relationships, to bring this full circle for you to master. So when you're repeating these cycles, sometimes when you've been doing the work, you feel like that it keeps showing up, and that you're looking at the past of what you're trying to do to let go of the past. But the problem is you created a program and a cycle. The program was that now has to be reprogrammed, and that's why it's repeating. So basically, the program is how your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, when they are triggered and they're creating that pain or that response, is hitting within you a vibration, a projection to trigger you to get this lesson, because you signed up to get the lesson. And so when you think you've done one layer with someone, there's something that you've missed being the primary part, and the new person is just triggering the same lesson, and it's creating the pattern. And the goal in that is in your reprogramming of your patterns, that you learn to trust this process in a way that you don't absorb the, how do I want to say this? You aren't necessarily I need to back up a minute for this to make sense. So we create trust meters, and our mind plays tricks on us, and it triggers us in such a way that our thoughts, feelings, and actions are sending signals out for these experiences, and also for our vibration to create what we attract in our reality. And so if we want to change that signal that's going out, and we start to let go of the things that have been blocking us, the problem is you're taking them back without rewriting your pattern of how you're storing them or responding to them or emotionally processing them in such a way you're still sending the vibration out that doesn't match even your thought. A lot of times people will think, well, I'm programming myself to think better, to think positive, to set affirmations. The problem is you can think all day long, but if your thoughts aren't in alignment with your emotion and your feeling that's sending the signal out, what you receive and what you attract is coming to that signal. So you got to reprogram your pattern from the subconscious program that's running so that you can send a different signal. And to do that, when you start to build this trust meter, your thoughts are creating these illusions I was talking about that then is sending out the reflection and the illusion or the perception of what it is that may be a false illusion. And this false illusion could be coming from those belief systems from other people, or a painful time in your childhood that's being triggered now and mimicked now, that maybe you don't even realize that when you feel these feelings now, they're not even from now or another timeline or another dimension. They're from your childhood programming of what you learned at such a young age, and that you even took maybe that on or energy on from your parents or from another person or another experience that you chose to learn, including maybe it was sexual trauma at a young age. And now, you're having issues with your relationships, and you might have thought you healed that, but there could be a component connected to that you need to then re-identify it. You need to link it to the common pattern within all your relationships and then rewrite it, RIGHT, which will reprogram the energy of it so that you're then changing those patterns and thoughts that you're sending out to give a different signal of what's being sent. And that can be, affirmations can do that, because it does take 100 positives to correct one negative. However, if it's subconscious, then you don't even know, if you haven't brought that to your awareness, you don't even know what you're reprogramming necessarily. And that's why the rebirthing process and how and why you chose your parents is so important. Because I kind of moved into this, but the third one of these is to be able to attract people that empower you. So if you've been attracting people and experiences that are triggering your wounds, you might need to then take a look at that and see, okay, well, if I'm being disempowered by these people, these experiences, these habits that I have, which ones of those can I let go of? What can I change? Maybe I'm not eating high vibrational foods. Maybe I'm in an environment or work condition that's draining me. Maybe I need to set a boundary and step out of a situation or a circle of friends that is not supporting my greatest or highest good or my highest vibration. It's disempowering. So we need to let go of the things that are disempowering us. We need to then add in the things that are empowering us, that are raising our vibration. Like, as I said in that instance, eating high vibrational foods, surrounding yourself and asking guides and angels to bring in people that are going to empower you. Do things that lift your energy. Do things that make you feel good, because making you feel good then helps set you up to connect to the vibration you need to attract more of what you're sending out. So if you're feeling empowered, you're sending out signals that are empowered. It's going to bring to you everything coming back empowered. And so you need to find the empowerment basically within yourself and not see the separation in you and other people that is basically causing the signal to be sent from, say, the abandonment or the rejection. And that is trying to be filled, that codependency and that void that can only be filled from within. So basically, from there, the next thing that you will want to do is this is going to set yourself up to be able to embrace those loving relationships, because as I said, as twin flames, we came here to retemplate and rewrite the history of relationships and define how these interactions between ourselves and other people, how we're creating more love in all of our interactions, not just with our twin flame. And these relationships are being set up in harmony. So another way to be disempowered be if you're in a situation in a disempowering relationship that's not in harmony and it's all give and it's not no take. Or maybe it's not even that you've got the wall of armor up, you haven't let it down, and everything you're asking for is literally like outside that door, outside that armor, but you have not taken off your costume yet. You have not taken off your armor yet. You've not let down your guards, so it can't come in, and you're not open to receiving that which you're sending out that you even want. And if you're not, that says somewhere within that, your mind, your heart, your body, your soul is still being closed off. And, and a rigid mind will create a rigid body, even in a rigid life. And I know personally, I've been working on this disarmoring of my physical body that's been holding in this armor that I came into in this life with, of shielding and protecting myself from having love into my life. So I've been working on myself physically because I feel like I've already done a lot of the soul work, the spiritual work, the mental work, the heart work, and now I'm doing like the physical work on my body that's literally like letting down the layers and reprogramming the memory. See, this is all about a memory pattern. So my muscles remember all the tension of the injury of like my neck. These are wounds. These wounds are emotional wounds. They have a pattern in them. They have a connection to a memory that's subconscious and they're still running inside of us. And so you need to make sure to release those and let those go so that you can open yourself up to embrace loving relationships as you go forward, retemplating them. And then you'll stop attracting you won't be sending out the vibrations, so you'll no longer attract people that are triggering the wounds. You'll be attracting them that's coming in with empowering you. So again, I invite you to take off your mask, be seen, change your illusions, reprogram your thoughts, feelings, and actions in such a way that send the proper signal out to people so you can attract people that will empower you in situations that will empower you and raise your energy. And then in that, you got to make sure to take off your armor, to let down the walls, to be open to receive that which needs to come in. And then this is going to set you up to experience loving relationships in all relationships. And I could not be more excited about this. This aligns perfectly with the Reprogram Your Childhood Wounds program that I created, online course that I created. So it's Reprogram Your Childhood Wounds. It's an online course that I had created. And what I want to invite you to do is there's a couple ways so you can get plugged into that. It has the free resource in it. So if you go to the link below, you can go there and there's a preview that's going to have some preview of some free resources when you sign up for it that will give you that same rewrite your birthing script so you can know how you found or why you chose your parents, what lesson you chose from them. What it is that primary lesson that you're trying to rewrite and balance the karma for so that you can change that, which will help you then stop attracting those partners that are triggering the wound. That in itself, in that one exercise, is so powerful just for that amount alone, and it's free. And it's my gift to you today for Halloween. And with that, then I'm also, because I'm building out the entire course over a period of next 4 to 5 weeks, and I have a great chunk of that information in there, or the content in there. If you go ahead today, since it's the 31st, if you go ahead and purchase that entire course, you can get the entire course right now for $31 with the use of the promotion code at checkout that says Halloween. Let's see, how does it go? 31. It's Halloween 31. But I'll put that in the information below. So when you check out, you can get that entire course. That will be the whole entire course that is going to be, like, it's going to save you like $150 if you were to get it now. The other option you could do is it's going to also be in my membership program. So if you've signed up for my membership program, it's in my library, in my content for you to access in my membership. So I'll put a link to my membership below as well. So thank you so much. Happy, happy, happy Halloween. And may you have a beautiful evening. And make sure that you like, comment, share the shine, and check out all the resources below. If you're still looking to clear karma from the past, I have lots of free resources for that as well. But until next week, may you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Namaste.